Welcome to Stompbox TV. I'm Richard and I'm here with John from Pedaltrain on the Pedaltrain booth at Namm 2015. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good, and thanks for coming, Richard. It's great to see you again.
That's no problem at all. And we got all new product. There's nothing from the old range here, so everything's changed. Can you talk us through what you've done?
Yeah, we've been really wanting to bring, these are 11 new models, revamp the entire Pedaltrain, what it is and what it's been from our humble beginnings with one board, one size 15 years ago. And now we have 11 new models that we're introducing. They're, some of them, well, they're all based on where we've been so far and user feedback. People saying, I'd really love a new Pedaltrain model if you made it a little bit more this way or that way, or I want the flexibility to add this different power supply that's now on the market. So we're always trying to listen to our customers and users about what they want next. What do they want to see from Pedaltrain? So this is the culmination of really the last 5 years of that feedback and putting it into practice in new designs and tweaking our designs, and that's where we are today.
So I can see there's about 3 new ranges, there's new cases and bags and things. So how does the range work?
Well, to start from the smallest and go to the largest, the Pedaltrain Nano has been a fantastic seller. It's a small little board for the practice session or even touring. There's guys that are doing whole gigs, you know, with 3 or 4 of their favorite pedals. And this is the Nano Plus now, and it's the same as the Nano, except the Plus meaning I can have one more pedal on there than I could before. So it's what you could fit on a Nano plus one more. That's what people were saying. I'd really love to get 5 pedals and then it would be perfect. So the new Nano Plus comes with a gig bag, and I think it's going to be a really a useful tool for everything from the beginner to the weekend gigger who just wants to grab a couple of his favorite pedals and go play.
And with these sort of smaller size pedals coming on the market now, these smaller boards are very popular as well, so a great market there for you.
So there we go to another popular model. Next step up from that was the Mini, the Pedaltrain Mini. We now have the new Pedaltrain Metro. This is the Metro 20, which would be the replacement of the Mini. Now let me grab this really quick, I'm sorry. As you can see, this Pedaltrain Metro, yeah, it has 3 rails. The old Mini had 2 rails and then a protection for, we called it our kick plate rail to keep the cables and connectors from getting disconnected or stepped upon. But we've gone ahead and made a full rail of that. We also have shrunk the gap to enable small pedals, especially those micro pedals that are so popular now. They have a lot more surface area to grab onto the board and thereby are much more secure. Still very lightweight aluminum frame. We opened this channel a little bit wider under here, so now it's easy to fit power supplies like our Pedaltrain Volto, which is a lithium-ion or lithium-based rechargeable power supply. It's just a really versatile unit. The thing also that's new with the Metro's series, we have the Metro 16, meaning 16 inches long. This is the Metro 20. There's also the Metro 24. Just 3 different sizes, lots of different options of what you can put on there. And I will interject here that our pedalboard planner, pedalboardplanner.com, we've revamped that site. All of these new models are already up on there, so you can go to pedalboardplanner.com, select which board you'd like to see as your starting palette, and then add your pedals on and virtually build your pedal board with real images, you know, online, print it out and say, okay, this is how I want my board to be set up.
Until they change their mind, of course.
Until they change their mind. And Pedaltrain, it's always about changing your mind. That's how this whole line has evolved. Guitar players primarily, well, bass players too, you know, you're always on that quest for the tone. What is the next thing I need to try to, you know, achieve that tone I've been chasing in my head for years. So we're give you like the artist palette to be able to do that, to try all those colors and flavors of tones and textures with pedals. But you know, the one thing you don't have to worry about is it going to be taken care of and protected and stable while I'm using it. And if you put it on that foundation of a Pedaltrain, you shouldn't have any trouble. Let me talk about really quickly the cases too. We've taken our reviews from our feedback of customers. They said, we really like your bag. It's a good quality bag, but we've had some issues with the zippers. We were using nylon zippers before, and through extended heavy use, sometimes those things will begin to wear out. So we have all of our bags now come with a steel tooth zipper. This is the best. I mean, I said I wanted the best quality zipper that we can find, and we found it. All of the new bags for 2015 are going to have this metal zipper with super strong metal pulls that will not break. And we just slimmed the bags down to where they fit the boards even closer. We've added more padding into the side. It's everything that you need and things that you don't. We did away with the storage pocket on the outside. Very few people used those, and it was just in the way and added cost. So we slimmed it down, trimmed it down. You can still have room to throw your cables in with your board or any of your accessories. Put them under there and then put that in there. Also for the Metro series, this is a Metro 16 bag that I'm holding here. I'm going to show you hard case for the Metro series as well. You could choose either the hard case or the soft case. This is very similar to our original model of the Pedaltrain 1, which is a popular model that sold all over the globe. It was our biggest seller for a number of years. But nice foam in the lid, foam in there. Put your Metro 20 in, close it up, and you're ready to hop on the train or the bus or throw it in the back of your car.
So this was previously only available in the Pedaltrain 1. We've now got it in all of the Metros.
All the Metro series, yeah. This would be the hard case for the entire Metro series. Stepping up from there, we've got a redesign of our Pedaltrain Junior, our Pedaltrain 2, and our Pedaltrain Pro. The replacement models for those are called the Classic now. Classic Junior, Classic 2, and the Classic Pro. Same basic design, except I will show you the one difference. This is the Classic 2. It was our best-selling model for a number of years in the soft case in particular. We used to have those portholes, you remember, right in the front. Those were to allow access for mounting or access to the ins and outs of the Voodoo Lab pedal power, which is a very popular unit. We've heard from people and they said, look, I'd like to mount that power supply underneath the frame, but I need it over towards the left or over towards the right. And when we had the portholes, you were really required to mount it only right there. So we've opened this entire channel up. We've actually added strength to the frame by having this new design. We've increased the height a little bit, but on the top side, it's just classic Pedaltrain 2. Same spacing on the rails, same everything as what made it great. But on the front, it's just more versatile now.
Okay.
So that is the Classic series. Stepping up to the Novo series. Novo is a Latin word for new. So the Novo 24 really is very similar to the Pedaltrain 2, but we actually have added a fifth rail, and it's maybe a little hard to see on this configuration. Maybe I could show you the bottom. There are definitely 5 rails. We also shrunk the gap in between rails to really add more mounting surface for tiny pedals. This little guy here from Exotic and so many of those micro pedals now, they actually will adhere better to your pedal train. You have more surface area of Velcro to make the connection by shortening these gaps. Also, a lot of people are doing pedals in this sort of sideways configuration. Pedals are overall, I see them getting smaller and smaller all the time, so we don't need as big a gap. The other thing is by adding this fifth rail to the design, you can use, this is a true bypass switching strip that is made by the Walrus Audio guys. Another very popular unit are the Gig Rig Quartermaster series. They actually designed those with our pedal boards in mind to fit the bottom rail in the same width. I have examples of that. You can take some pictures and show that later. We also we've done away with the Pedaltrain Grande. the big giant board, and actually we've replaced it with a new model with a new spacing on the rails, which I mentioned is on the Novo series, and it's called the Terra. That's this massive board over here. What can I say about that? Oh, the one thing about that is people said, I really love that big Grande board, but we only had it available with a flight case when it was available. A number of people said, I really would love to have a board that size, but I don't need the touring case. I want to keep it in my studio and just leave it set up all the time. I may take it out of my house to another place once or twice a year. I don't need the touring case. So we are making that one available with a gig bag as well. So at least you have a nice dust cover to keep it in, something to store it in when you have to get it out of the way. But I think that's going to be a really big seller for the experimental musicians who have lots of crazy pedals that they, you know, it's sort of like, I think that's for the DJ, the guys that I think of like as DJs of the pedal world. You know, they can put on an entire concert with just loops and things like that. So there is that. And then we still will continue to make our the Pedaltrain 1250, which is our own version of a power supply. It's globally accepted. You can plug it in the wall anywhere. We actually give you the cable to plug it in the wall. Any country they're in, it's approved and certified in every country, which is not something that anyone else can say about a particular one model of a power supply. We still have the Volto, and we're going to actually continue to explore the lithium battery technology. I think that a battery-powered power supply for your entire board in a real-world situation for every kind of application and voltage selection and isolation, the things that are the buzzwords in that world, I think it's very soon we're going to see plugging your pedal board into the wall for power maybe become a thing of the past.
Yeah, well, it's really practical, so the guys who are using it, getting rid of yet another cable. So overall, you've optimized the range, you've made it better for the buys, you've improved the quality of the bags, you've improved the choice. So it's good news all around.
We're very excited, very proud to have this stuff finally, to be able to show it here at Namm, and thankful that people like yourself come around and help us spread the word and create awareness. I will say it'll be the spring before this stuff begins to show up in the stores in the UK or all over the world about the same time, April or May. That is our target right now. Depends on what kind of feedback we get from this show, how many our first production runs need to be, but we're already planning for big things.
Well, thanks very much for your time, John. All these boards, as soon as they land, which, as John says, will be April, May this year, they're going to be in stock at Stompbox. That's fxpedal.co.uk. If you need any help or advice on planning your board, whether it's switching units you need, or which pedals you want to put on there, how to get the best patch cables, any advice you need at all, call us 01923841271, see the website. If you like the video, please rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye-bye.